Let's go to Calgary. Bob in Calgary. I know that name. I'm not sure why I know that name. I know that guy. And I can't quite place it. Now, what the hell? It's a short week. I'm feeling good. Bob in Calgary. What's going on, Bob? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Took my wife to a nice supper at this expensive joint in Calgary called Alloy. And who's sitting there all by herself looking sad? Sarah Jessica Parker. I went up to her. I said, hey, what's with the long face, horsehead?
That's how I know that guy. He's the SJP guy.
I don't like that cop. Not a very good cop.
Help me understand a few things. Help me understand. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. And I know some of you are like, yeah, here comes Rome with his mock indignation. There's nothing mock about this. I mean, I've gone from pissed to really befuddled. Why does that guy do that? Why do any of you do what you do? Like, there's no wink to this. There's no inside thing to this. I don't think that's funny. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's good for my show. I don't want to hear from a programmer or a suit saying, what is it, Rome, with these calls that you get about Sarah Jessica Parker and her long face? And why are you talking about her and how she looks? And I can't tell you how many times, thanks, Alvin. Thanks for nothing. It's not me. Yeah, but Rome, and this is what I get. This literally is what I get from programmers and the suits in New York. Yeah, it's not you, but it's your responsibility. It's your show. And I get that. And he's right. It's true. I'll never forget, way back in the day when I want to say I was 16, and my old man had a high-performance luxury whip. And he was never about that life. My old man was great. So, like, he owns a business, and he does pretty well. And literally at that point in his life, he was 50. He could afford any car he wanted, I guess. But he was like that old school Boston. Yeah, I'm not about that. I don't have anybody. I'll never forget him. It like up in my grill. I've got nobody to impress. Why would I do that? For who? For what? I don't need that. I don't need to do that. Because I'd be like, hey, Pops, you busted your ass, man. Why don't you get a nice European sled? Why don't you treat yourself? Why? For who? For what? I don't need that. So the old man used to drive like 50,000 miles a year on an Oldsmobile or a Buick and just dominated it. Loved it. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she kind of liked that life. She had a nice sports car. So finally, the old man gives in for his 50th birthday and treats himself, buys himself a nice rig, gets himself a Jaguar. So he says to me one day, he's like, hey, do me a favor. Go down the street. We need to feed our friends' horses. They're out of town. Do that for me. You can take the new car. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'll do that. These people have horses. They live on this hill, this crazy incline. And I stop halfway up the hill, and the thing locks in drive in the transmission. I'm like, holy crap. And I'm jamming on this thing. I can't get it into park. I can't get it into reverse. It's stuck. This thing snapped in drive. Terrified to call the old man like I wrecked his new car. Call him up. I tell him he's enraged. He's like, I can't believe it. I'm like, hey, hello? This isn't my fault. He's like, really? Who was driving the car? I was, Dad. It's your fault. I'm like, what do you mean it's my fault? This is not my fault. The car's stuck in drive, all right? I didn't do it. And this went on. It's your fault. You're responsible. You're the one driving the car. It's your fault. I'm like, damn, this is incredible. Yeah, I couldn't get him off that point. Like literally years later, it comes out there was a default in the manufacturing, and I was not the only one that happened to. It was like happening to everybody. Buddy, put it in my head. It's my responsibility. The point of the story is when I have an idiot like Bob in Calgary talking about Sarah Jessica Parker, he's the idiot whose transmission of this show snapped when that guy called. But it's my fault because it's my show. Hawk? Like, I'd blame you, Hawk, for letting him through, but you're my fault, Hawk. I hired you. It's all my fault. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not going to let you morons be the transmission that got stuck and snapped on my show. Man, I knew that guy. I just could not remember how I knew that guy.